Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Uh, NBA YouTube world. It's your boy Ross coming to you with another video from The Rock Never Stops. Um, this is it's a little bit different than what I've done before in the past. But to be honest, it's been a long time coming for a video like this. Just yeah, you'll see. So you probably get it from the title. Um, why these owners make it real hard for a Warriors fan to like the Golden State Warriors. I'm gonna be real with you. I follow the Golden State Warriors. I live in the Bay Area. I followed them since, Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullin, uh, man, since Billy Owens, since Chris Gadlin, since Latrell Sprewell choked out PJ Carlesimo for running his mouth, um, since Gilbert Arenas and Larry Hughes, Anton Jameson dropping back-to-back 50-point games, Donald Foyle and Eric Dampier, since the We Believe squad, Monte Ellis, Baron Davis, Al Harrington. This is just off the dome. Jason Richardson, of course, Captain Jack, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, local guy from the Sacramento area. I've been with this squad for so long. I remember when they came to San Jose, city of San Jose. I want to say they did I don't know if they did a whole season, but they was there for a little bit in the local arena. I remember this team back when it was so cheap to get tickets. You could buy a nosebleed seat, and by the fourth quarter, they'd let you come down to the bottom and you could get up close. You knew the team wasn't probably going to win or get into the playoffs, but they always fought hard, and you loved that about them. You loved that about them. I'm going to be real. Those fans at that time, it was special. It was special. The fans at that time, we represented the Bay Area. We were diverse, Black people, Mexican, Filipino, Cambodian, Samoan, Mexican. We was as diverse as can be. Working class. It was a great time out for your family. Tailgate was lit. Great food. It was affordable. It was dope, and we rode with our team too. We rode with them. We believed in them every single time. Every single time. Grab some water real quick because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. Then the team brings in Mark Jackson. And all of a sudden, this brother comes in. He begins to create an identity. Our previous coach, Don Nelson, believed in offense, 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 offense. Somehow he was allowed to drive Chris Webber off the team, future Hall of Famer, whatever. But we bring in Mark Jackson. And I say we because we was with our squad. We was with our squad. We followed him, believed in him, watched every draft pick that ended up being rough. The Mike Dunleavys and those pickups that we swore was gonna be some Joe Smith. But we rode with him. We was excited. And we were gonna show up and root for him. We were loud. Real loud. And then we get Mark Jackson. And this brother comes in and he's like, look, we got to start playing to win. For real, win. We going to win. So the first thing we got to do is play defense. And he took a bunch of dudes not really known for defense and got them to buy into defense. David Lee, the time was coming from over from the Knicks. Eventually would become an all-star. They draft Stephen Curry, pick up Klay Thompson out the draft. They got Harrison Barnes. Most of these guys really weren't known for being top-notch defenders or even elite defenders at all. They were really known for the offensive side of things. You pick up a Draymond Green. I don't think we did it by any intention to be like, oh, he's going to become this thing. We were just like, hey, he's a good pickup. And we thought he was a good pickup. And then we start seeing some things. Start seeing some flashes like, ooh, are we? Are we going to be good? Good? But then we go through some adversity. Stephen Curry, he keeps rolling his ankles. People forget he rolled his ankles, I mean, constantly. It was just bad. It was always hurt. It was like, is this dude ever going to stay healthy so we can see what this team going to be? But we always go through this. We always go through this. Something always happens, right? But we rode with him. We was like, look, we here. We here. And then we have a break. We get into the playoffs, and Mark Jackson rolls with his squad. I mean, he was hyping his Splash Brothers long before anybody even really. But I mean, I'm watching and I'm listening to this brother be like, "Yo, they're gonna be the next great shooting backcourt. Probably could be the greatest shooting backcourt of all time." He's like, "Stephen Curry, you got the green light. You shoot it from wherever you want, from wherever you want." And we're in this playoff series against the Clippers, and David Lee goes down, and it's like, oh, we finally got a chance to break in and make some noise since the We Believe squad. And David Lee goes down, Mr. 20 and 10 himself, the all-star. But all of a sudden, Draymond Green comes in and he starts rolling, and the squad is looking good. We eventually lose in the playoffs, but we're excited about the next year. We're like, yo, this team is going to be special. They're going to do some things. And then we get these new owners. I mean, owners come, they go. We're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the first thing these owners want to do is trade away one of our most beloved players. One of our most beloved players. Now, if I could rewind a little bit, the owner actually comes in before we have that playoff series against the Clippers. It's when we bring in Andrew Bogut, we trade off Monte Ellis, and that was one of the first moves that this ownership group did. That was just a wrong move. It was bad timing. It was bad timing. Monte Ellis, for Golden State Warriors fan, he is beloved. He is beloved. He will forever receive love in the Bay Area. Forever. Comes to Oakland, we love him. We love him. And the issue was, it wasn't that they made this move, it was how fast they made the move. And that they discounted how connected the fans were to this team and to a player who would lay it out on the line every single game. Monte was that guy. He was all heart. He was like our version of Derrick Rose from Chicago. Even though Monte was from Mississippi, he played like he was from the town, like he was from the Bay. Like, yo, I'm going to get buckets. I'm going to get buckets and I ain't scared of nobody. And if I get going, we can go at anyone. And that's how he played. In some games, he would take us right there. We didn't always get over the hump because we didn't always have the talent, but he would take us there and he would give us something exciting to root for. But the first thing they did was they kicked this brother to the curb for a hurt player. And then they had a nerve to like step on a court and wave to the fans after doing it. So what did we do? We booed their asses. We booed their asses. We was like, the fuck you mean? Sorry, I don't know if I can say that. But we was like, what we talking about, bro? What you talking about, bro? Like, you just traded away all our favorite players for this hurt center, Bogut, who don't score more than 10 points a game. That's who you traded him away from. He ain't even healthy. He ain't even healthy. And you want to wave to us? Like we supposed to flock to you like you're freaking Caesar in Rome and toss flowers at you? What I'm talking about. Then they try to have Chris Mullen come in like massage it over and we're real excited about Joe. Like you got booed, okay? You got booed. Misstep. I don't know who in your PR team said that was the time to get out there. Wrong. Wrong. I thought you figured it out. Thought you figured it out. Nope. He wasn't done. After we make our run in the playoffs, we look like we're right there on the cusp, which we were. You fired Mark Jackson because he didn't fit into your good old boys club. He didn't dance the way you wanted him to. He didn't speak so well, act like how you wanted him to act. And I'm going to be honest, it began to sound real fishy. It began to look real like, that rich, old white dude just comes in and just be like, I'm going to make this whatever I want it to be. And I don't care about nobody. I'm going to do whatever I want. And that's what he did. Brought in Steve Kerr. There's nothing against Steve Kerr. But Mark Jackson built the team. He had the right to have an opportunity to see how far he could take them. They got better every single year. He was the first one to believe in the Splash Brothers. If you saw Kerr's first year coaching the Warriors, he had so many moments where he would try to rein in Stephen Curry. Like, why are you taking that shot? Or he would take a shot. He'd be like, what are you doing? And then it would go and he'd be like, oh, I guess he was supposed to take that shot. I guess he is that good. I mean, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson had to catch Steve Kerr up to them. They didn't have to catch up to Steve Kerr. They were like, no, you're going to have to catch up to us. This is what we're doing. To Steve Kerr's credit, he adapted. He adapted. But then the Warriors won a championship. Do they give out love to Mark Jackson? Do they give him an honorary ring? Be like, yo, you built this team, and the next year we get to win the championship? Like, there should have been some sort of acknowledgement like, yo, likely we could have brought in Steve Kerr to be an assistant coach. Or better yet, it was Alvin Gentry's system from the Phoenix Suns at the time. You could have just brought in Alvin Gentry to be an assistant coach, ran that system, and probably won the championship. But then you don't give him any credit. You act like it was all Kerr. This is the ownership group I'm talking about. Nothing against Kerr. And then they later on go, they win a championship. They caught a lot of breaks. All good. You won a ring. We deserved it. We was dry for so long with no rings. We deserved it. We got it. But then y'all bring in Kevin Durant. I'm not even mad at it. Hey, get greedy. Get hungry. Go for it. But then you hear statements like, we're the most advanced team. We're way ahead of everybody. And I'm like, are they gloating? I'm like, let's just enjoy this. Like, we had about a 30-year drought. Like, mad seasons without even making the playoffs. Like, let's not go there too soon. Let's just be cool and enjoy this. Let's just ride it out. No, Joe Lacob, hey, he feels like he's way ahead of the game. And then he decides to move the team. Now, for those of y'all that don't know what's going on in the Bay Area is where we have Silicon Valley, used to be the tech capital of the world. And they brought in so much technology, Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Instagram, everybody starts off down here. And it brought in so much money, the whole Bay Area has gotten gentrified, incredibly gentrified. And so the people who lived here for 25, 30 years getting forced to move out of the whole Bay Area, like 45 minutes, an hour and a half away, just to be able to afford to live here. But then one of the few places we had left where we could really just be within our community was Oakland. Even though that's being gentrified, but it was still one of the few places. He goes and he moves the team from Oracle Arena to San Francisco. Now, I understand the business side to a large degree. I studied this. Kinesiology, history of sport, look it up. The owner wants a new stadium, threatens the city. They're like, look, we're not going to pour all of our money into building you a stadium where we can use for housing, we can use for our poor, we can use for better schools, we can use to fix up the roads, which are much needed, all this other stuff. And he goes, you know what, cool, because I wanted to go to San Francisco anyways. And that's where he goes, to the heart of gentrification. San Francisco is like a ghost town compared to what it used to be 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Completely new demographic, pretty much mostly all white people. Um, and none against white people, but it's just that's just what the demographic is now. It used to be almost all black people, um, and because of the money influx, gentrification, everybody had to move out, and a lot of other things. But he moves the team to San Francisco, and now it's like when you look into the stands, you don't see all the fans that rock with this team for 25, 30 years with the Billy Owens and Chris Gadlins, Eric Dampier, Donald Foyles, the Mookie Blaylocks. You don't get the Mario Ellies. You don't get Derek Fisher. You don't get all the players that we grew up loving because of their heart. And we rocked with them. Took the little pennies we had, scraped them together to have a good time as a family. And we showed up consistently and rocked out. And now when you look into the stands, you see a bunch of people who just moved here for tech jobs to get paid a lot of money. Just want to have a good time. Oh, and this is a new shiny thing. The Warriors. Oh, yeah, let's go check them out. Let's wear a free t-shirt. They wouldn't buy those t-shirts. You give them away for free. We used to love those t-shirts back in the day. If we got free t-shirts, we'd rock those t-shirts every day. And then when they got worn out, we'd cut the sleeves to go hooping. But now a whole different fan base gets to enjoy them. And then this latest thing, and it's kind of a pet peeve for me, how they throw Andrew Wiggins under the bus. I get the whole vaccination and COVID thing. Get it. But how in the world you gonna breach confidentiality and share a player's medical record? It's his medical record. That's considered medical. To ESPN. On top of speaking on Ben Simmons as if you needed to. Like you just clout chasing. Like you just trying to get your face out there for somebody to listen to you and get a soundbite. Didn't nobody need to hear from you, Joe Lacob? What you need to speak on? What you need to speak on? But you got an opinion. That meant nothing. If you wasn't gonna trade for him, why you talking? Why you talking? It's like you like a bad version of Mark Cuban. Like you trying to be heard, you trying to look like somebody, and you really kind of lucked out and came to the Warriors just at the right time. Like right when they were on the cusp of something and you rode the wave. And then now you think it's all you. It's like it's like I don't know. It feels like colonialism all over. Like showing up and being like, nobody's here. We discovered this place. Look what we built. And it's like, bruh, we been here. We been here. You just got here. We was trying to build something this whole time. And you don't give no credit to nobody. You come in, you impose yourself, you don't ingratiate yourself to fans at all. You move the team, take away jobs from the community. It's one of those things where it's like, dang, I used to love this team. But y'all just leave a real bitter taste every time I watch. I'm done with this rant. I don't know if y'all gonna like the video or not, but where the rock never stops, we talk about it all. Basketball and everything involved with it. And this is just one more thing. So if you happen to like the video, feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Um, let me know if you like your owners for your favorite team. How about that? Let me know if you like your owners and what they're doing. Minnesota fans, I feel for you. Chicago Bulls fans, it looks like they're finally getting it together. Knicks fans, oh, I've prayed for you for so long because of your owners. So, yeah, if you like, subscribe, holler back at me. I'll holler back. Peace.